All right, welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. I know it's been a while, but here I am again. Hey, life, just living life, a combination of vacation, work, other things. But I'm back, and I decided to make a video just highlighting all of my 2022, let me start that again, 2022 Topps Gilded. The first year of Topps Gilded. I've got a couple new ones I have not shown off before, so I'll be showing off some that I've shown before, and then these two new ones. And you might say, what the heck, Adam? I thought this was the Vintage Sanctuary 2022? What kind of vintage is that? Well, here's the deal. Most of these are vintage players. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, for vintage players, the tough cards, like the tough regional cards for vintage players, like, for example, let's say Hires Root Beer, Willie Mays, or Hires Root Beer, Hank Aaron. Those cards have become incredibly spendy, as well as really a number of your mainstream Topps cards for players like Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and others. Some of these superstars. So why not get some modern and have some of these all-time great vintage players on modern cards, limited. You don't have to pay an arm and a leg. They can fit most any budget, especially if you're willing to go raw. No, don't you go making raw videos. Make sure you got some clothes on. Especially if you're willing to go ungraded, or even pick up an 8 or whatever, because a near mint to mint 8 is like, a low grade in modern, I guess, but actually it's a high grade. Don't tell anybody. So what a deal. Yeah. Get some of these guys. You don't have to spend too much. Some of these vintage greats in modern cards, and you'll have something super limited. And there are just some beautiful, beautiful cards. And I think Topps Gilded are among those. And 2022, the premier edition, how cool is that? Without further ado, let me just turn this camera around. We're going to go alphabetical order, except the very last one, which is one of the new ones. And you'll see why I'm saving that for the end. So, yeah, let's do it. All right, well, something I did not mention, but we're going to do. My good friend Dylan, Double D, sent me this wonderful gift. Check this out. Josh Gibson. I mean, this is insane. He knows that I love the Independence Day parallel. Only 76, a reference to 1776. This is number 28 out of 76. And Josh Gibson, as you know, the Negro League star who never had the opportunity to play in the major leagues, but would have been a major league star. And, so this is, I guess, one of his first Topps cards. And Dylan has called this an 8.5, but looks like an 11 to me. Looks fantastic. I love the 2024 Topps Independence Day design. Just absolutely love it. I mean, I love this card. And the Double D custom Independence Day slab. Dylan, you're blowing me away, man. I just absolutely love this. So, thank you so much. I know that's not a 2022 Gilded, but that was just kind of the, you ever go to a concert or something, and then somebody, they do something before the main, they have maybe a band before the main band that you really paid to see, but then that first band, you're like, dang, this is good. Well, actually, this is fantastic. This is amazing. This could be the main band right here. So we'll just kind of put that there. Now we're going to go alphabetical order by last name. Oh, yeah, I already mentioned that. Uh-oh, not supposed to mention things twice. Oh, well, I'm not too worried about it. I'm just having a good time on YouTube. So Aaron, Hank Aaron, Gem 10, his very first Topps Gilded card in the mini diamond variety out of 50. Look at that. Oh, man. Now, Some people, those people, beware of those people. This is number what, 14 out of 50? Yeah, 14 out of 50. All those glorious stats. Look at that WAR, 142.9. Man. Oh, he had a few home runs too. The natural home run king. Some people, which is perfectly fine. They're like, yeah, you can't really see, what's going on behind him in the background of the picture, but that's you actually, sometimes you can if you can turn those darn diamonds off. But good luck with that. Look at that red. Isn't that amazing? That beautiful red. Red line going around there. Fantastic. These are to be enjoyed not for the background picture, but for the contrast between the player and just the gold everywhere. And only 50 of these on the planet. And as Shane Shoebox Legends likes to say, even if you add up the other parallels, there aren't too many. Like the base card is 9 out of 99, this mini diamond out of 50, there's an out of 75, an out of 25, I think there's an out of 10 and a 1 of 1. That might be it, or that's about it. So there just aren't that many, period, even if you add up all of the glorious golden parallels. So there we have it. All right, let me get a drink of water here. Let's see, who's coming next? Well, let's see, Aaron. That noise you're hearing is me taking off the sleeves so you can enjoy these diamonds in all of their glory. We're going to move on to Berra. Yogi Berra in a Gem 10. And I think this is just such a gorgeous card. A little card therapy here, just enjoy those diamonds. Oh, man. Did I mention only 50 on the planet? I'm going to say it again because it's fun to say. It's fun to think about. I mean, imagine you go for a vintage card, only 50 for Yogi Berra, or for, Hank Aaron. It's going to be spendy, folks. It's going to be spendy. But this is manufactured scarcity. Hey, that's all right with me. I love serial numbered cards. After Berra, we're jumping to H. Horizontal Henderson. Woohoo! Oh, man. In a minty fresh 9. Once again, the mini diamond out of 50. Now, he's squinting, whatever. I like it. I think he's getting ready to steal. The man of steel is getting ready to steal. And yeah, he's squinting. He's working his butt off. He's, all systems go. The sun's glaring down, but he's squinting. He's, gaining every advantage before he takes off. Oh, yeah. Check those out. Woohoo! All right, from Henderson, HIJ, we're going to move to Jackson in a Gem 10. Look at that. These cards are spectacular. You should quit watching this video and go get some. Just, no need to finish this thing. Go get yourself some cards. Ho-ho! Okay, I guess you could pause and go look for them and then come back. But look at that. Wow, that golden green. Number 31 out of 50. We'll put that over here. Once again, that is epic. Thank you, Double D, my friend. Yeah, absolutely epic. All right, check those 4 out. Now, seems like a good time to say, why do I have these 4? Well, these are players I like to collect. I've identified, roughly around a dozen vintage baseball players that I like to collect just because I like to have some parameters on my collection. That doesn't mean I won't have any cards besides those players because, I might just have a card that I really like that's of another player, or I could be working maybe on the Hall of Famers from, a set or two. I'm not much of a set collector in that way, but I could see myself doing a little bit of that. But for the most part, I'm collecting, roughly about a baker's dozen worth of players. And so we're looking at 4 of them right here. Now it's possible, I've thought about maybe I should cut back a little, just to kind of tighten up the collection a little bit and not have it grow too crazy over time. Maybe I should cut out a couple of the players. But who are you going to cut out? I mean, you're going to cut out Hank Aaron? No way. Yogi Berra? no way. Reggie Jackson, I don't think so. Ricky Henderson, no way. I mean, it's possible I could cut a player out or two just to kind of, be a little more focused, but that'd be hard to do. Hard to do because, these are just epic players. All right, that took us to J. Now we're going to move to M. You probably know who's coming. Amazing. Woo! Jemmy Gem 10. Look at that. These are all so spectacular. Once again, you've noticed a theme here. I like the mini diamonds out of 50. Actually, every one I have is a mini diamond except the next one that's coming. And so I think the mini diamond is my favorite, although this next one, I don't know. It's a ray wave, and I really like that too. So does that mean I'm going to try 15 out of 50? Does that mean I'm going to try to get all these in ray wave as well? I don't think so. I mean, could I end up picking up a couple of them if they come along at the right price at some point? Yeah, it could happen for sure. And I'd love to do that. But, no, man. I just, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and let Henderson go now just because I feel like Mays and Aaron should be together. And then we're looking at those 4 vertical stunning beauties there. Let's see. See, something's going on over here. See that? It's just a reflection thing. So I'll move these over and that should... Now if I move this over, the reflection comes back. Okay, well, we'll do it this way. We are talking mini diamonds on zebra wood, the custom card stands from the Drew, a Vintage Legacy. Thank you, my friend. He sponsored this video, pays me a dime for every minute I talk, so, I'm going to... He'd go broke pretty quick, as much talking as I can do. I'm just totally joking. All right, where do we go from here? Let's see. We last did Maze. We're sticking in the M's, going from Maze to Musial. And now, not out of 50, but rather out of 25. Look at that. The Ray Wave Gold Etch, or basically just the Ray Wave in a Jemmy Gem 10, Stand Musial. Now with this ray wave and this particular image, you can see a lot of what's going on behind. So, hey, some people would like to go that route. I really like the mini diamonds. This is out of 25, 12 out of 25. But, once I got one of these, I realized, oh yeah, I really, I love this too. So would I like to, I would like to get this in the mini diamond so that it would match all the other mini diamonds from 2022. But if I don't, that's okay. Just having one is, just having at least one 2022 Topps Gilded Stand Musial is sufficient. I mean, it satisfies my completion for, what I'm doing here, which is just collecting the players I really like, but out of this set. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having the mini diamonds. I'll keep looking for it. But if I don't get it, this one certainly scratches the itch. And this I bought from Double D. I didn't realize it was on eBay. We went back and forth on offers. And I tell you, we came to agreement pretty quick. We were just boom, 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 done. And then he realized it was me. And then I believe what happened was we canceled our transaction and he gave me a little bit of a break off of eBay. So thank you so much, Dylan. This is, I already mentioned that's 12 of 25. So I'm going to go ahead and put them over here. These guys feel more vintagey than Reggie. Reggie Jackson was vintagey, but these guys are all more vintagey. I mean, hey, they all played at the same time. All right, now where do we go from here? Okay, this card just came in the mail. I should let you know how much it costs, so I'm going to pause so I can figure it out myself. Okay. The card I am about to show you just came in the mail today. Yes, this very day. In fact, I opened it up probably about an hour ago, I think. Maybe less time than that. Super stoked. Got it at auction for just a little under $87. And again, I'm in Oregon here, so no sales tax. I know I'm bragging about that again. Chuck Norris himself. Oh, man. In a Gem Mint 10, number 18 out of 50. This is a card I've been looking for a long time, and this gem just happened to come along. I mean, I was looking for it in, I must confess, I haven't really searched as much for ungraded copies because I kind of like the work to be done already where it's been graded, but feel like that can be a better value. But I know that buying raw cards and sending them in to get graded can be a better value as well. So I guess it just depends, but I kind of like having them already graded and then paying the price I'm willing to pay. So I've been waiting a long time for one of these to come along in a graded form is mostly what I've been checking. And oh man, I tell you what, these things are just, they are so gorgeous. Once again, out of 50, look at that. Wow. Let's try to get a little closer here. If you've had a tough day, just, let's just enjoy this. Look at that. Wow. Whoo, man. Yeah. Whoo. All right, one of these guys is going to have to go, aren't they? Okay, Hank, you've been up here for a while. So, All right, we got one more to show. One more. No, two more. Two. We move from Schmidt S to W. Guess who's coming? This might be my favorite out of all my mini diamond cards. It might just be, it's right up there, but I love them all. Oh, yeah, Teddy Ball Game. Is that outstanding or what? See, you can see the image in the background. When there's an image that's visible, if you can just kind of turn off those diamonds, good luck turning those bad boys off. Wow. Yes, indeed, another mini diamonds out of 50. And another gem. I wasn't necessarily looking to get these in 10s. It's just that was what was available. I think I spent $150 for this, which, it might be worth less now, might be worth about that. I'm not sure, but it was worth it to me, but because I really, really wanted it. So I was willing to overpay or pay a price that, might not hold over time. If they come down in value because everybody that wants one has one. But they're tough to find. And I wasn't seeing really graded 9s. And so I went for this 10. And then once I started getting some 10s, this is the alpha number 1 out of 50. Woo! Once I started getting 10s, then I sort of became a little bit of a 10 snob where it's like, well, now, I've got the 2022 Williams in a 10. So I kind of want the 2023 in a 10 and the 2024 in a 10. But I've backed off that a little bit and basically, 8, 9, or 10. They're all 9s or 10s, so I'll probably try to stick with that. But, heck, I'll get what I can get, right? If I can only get a 7 and I really wanted the card, or heck, if I could only get a, 6, if I just like the look of the card. But anyway, they're all 9s or 10s. We are down to the last one. Oh, yeah. This one I have not shown before. This is a card that I really, really wanted. And it's my only Premier 2022 Topps Gilded. The only one that is not a vintage player. So you can kind of guess who it is. Seller wanted, I think it was $300. But we went back and forth and agreed on $189. Again, no sales tax. Entirely possible that time will tell I overpaid or underpaid, but I don't care. Of course, I would like to find out that I underpaid. Sure, absolutely, of course. But, I got the card. I'm stoked to have it. That's what matters the most to me, rather than, saving. I like to save bucks. Absolutely. I like to get good value. But, my number one priority is not saving money. My number one priority is getting the cards I want, and I'm willing to overpay at times, especially if it's tough to get, for sure. I don't want to go too crazy and just grossly overpay, but hey, if I really want it, I'm willing to overpay. All right, enough of this. I'm going to clear this deck and let's check it out. Oh, that's right. The judge himself from his epic 2022 year in a minty fresh 9 out of 50 mini diamonds. Look at that. Wow. 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 So amazing. Number 44 out of 50. Wow. Right now, Judge is in the battle of his life, I guess, for the 2025 American League MVP. Cal Riley could get it. He could get it. I think they're pretty close in the voting odds. In the betting odds for who will win the 2025 American League MVP. I think it should be Judge, but I am biased big time. I will admit that. Does my bias impact my judgment somewhat? Absolutely it does. But you know what? I'm trying to look at it this way. Even if Cal Riley gets it instead, what an amazing year for Judge. I mean, even though battling some injury, another 50-plus home run year. That's 4 of them. The only other person to do that naturally without the Flintstones chewables would be Babe Ruth. That's pretty darn good company. Fastest to 350. Probably going to be fastest to 400. Maybe fastest to 500. We'll see. I know that's getting ahead of ourselves. But, an amazing season. Just some amazing stats. He is just a beast, just a beast. All right, I'm going to try to show all these at once. So here we go. Oh, man, I feel like this was not my wisest move, balancing, some of these cards on top of others. But I went for it. And, oh, man, what do you think? What a glorious, glorious display. Look at that. Out of 50, all of them except Stan the Man. Out of 25. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you might ask the question, what other card would I like out of 2022 Gilded? And I would say Nolan Ryan. That would be the other one I'd really like to have. But those ding-dangity-darn Nolan Ryan collectors make it tough. Yeah, those... I haven't found one, where I was willing. I'm not going to pay crazy, like if one comes along for 500, I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. Not at that price. So there you have it. What do you think? Is that glorious or what? Wow, wow, wow. Oh yeah, one more look at that beautiful, beautiful Independence Day from out of 76 from Double D. Let me turn this camera around, but I don't want to. Look at that. All right, I'll turn it around. Here we go. All right, hey, I hope your collecting's going well. I hope your life's going well. Thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary. Take care, my collecting brothers and sisters.